So guys, it's me Zero here, and for this Let's Talk Manga, I decided to finish up like what I did with this guy, and basically move on to the sequel manga and the sequel game, this guy too. And the thing about this that made it so unique was that see, here's the thing with this guy too. They basically decided, well, the manga, they decided to explain the events of what had happened like before the actual game started. And in this case, it was basically the falling out between Lahal and Etna that led to Etna leaving and deciding she was gonna be the be Overlord Xenon, which is the main antagonist of this guy too. And during this time, she ended up like her job was as Lahar's vassal, but she later went to the Dark Assembly to get changed to Beauty Queen, which explains why she was her new outfit and why she was called Beauty Queen in the game. So I found that to be good, like insightful, because it was never explained in the game actually. Like only that the reason behind their split was that Lahara ate her pudding, and in the manga it was later revealed further like why Etna did what she did, because she wanted, it's revealed that she wanted to, the reason she left was because she wanted Lahara to be just as great as her dad, because like I said in the last video, that Etna was one of the people who, one of the vassals who really loved like King Chris, oh my god, I'm gonna miss his name, King Kerchescoy, and she held him in high regard, and she wanted Lahara to be just like that, him, like Lahara to be just like him, and that's why she left to Veldheim, and why she eventually meets up with Adele and Rozalin. And it was the thing with like I said before, the humor in like Disgaea 2 was like way over the top, even in the games. And 2 was way. There was moments where I was just laughing and just reading and laughing along, just because of just the situations that happened. Because in the even in the opening chapter, like it showed like a horror fighting all of these sewers. All these heroes who came to beat him because he was the overlord, and all the while like Flynn's like slowly narrating like what happened, and then you just, it got to the point where all you see is a shooting star, and that's what Flynn just looks at. And also with, speaking of Flynn, she was adorable in this, because Lahar was going through a depression because of how Etna leaving, and Flan was doing her hardest to like cheer him up, and basically it was like she kept referring to herself as like an angel trainee, even though since this takes place like after the events of the first game, she's a fallen angel. So, and the manga basically pokes fun at her for that. Like she she's actually a fallen angel. And speaking of characters, this is my first exposure to like the cast of this guy too, and I was like, yeah, I really hope you're like this in the actual game, because the interaction between like Adele and Rosalind was just priceless. From when she got summoned to her her reaction to like how Adele was gonna beat her dad, and they also brought up like something that I've always found was weird, the fact that Rosalind has wings but she didn't use them. They literally poked fun at her like in the first two values of the manga. They poked fun of her for that, like Adele did. Like they were, she was dangling from a cliff, and then Adele was like raising her up, and he asked, "Why did you use your wings?" And she was like, "Oh, I forgot I had these." And then another again, like it was the second volume. I'm not gonna spoil that one. And the story was, I know I wouldn't like go on over the place with that, but the story is basically the same with as the actual game, with them the curse being like overlords are not using the curse to turn all the inhabitants of Eldon into demons and making them lose their conscious. Adele's the only one who hasn't been turned, but again, it was later revealed in the games why that was the case, and it's later explained in the manga too. But I'll get to that later. Um, and they end up summoning Rozalin, Overlord Zenon's daughter, by mistake. And again, like if like side spoiler, like if you play the game, you know what happened there, and basically due to the summoning, like Rosalind's bonded to Adele, like the only way like for that the cancel it would be for Adele to die, and that's basically like the first half of the game and first half of the manga, like her trying to get Adele killed by any means necessary. And the thing though that wasn't present in the game was like the interaction with the other NPCs and whatnot, because Adele has this little interaction with the Dimension guy Friday, and which what like while he was talking to her, like Rosalind was slowly getting jealous because you know, reasons. And it also had Marco, I think that was the pig's name, and he was just as much of a comic relief as Axel ended up being, and the Prennies, just a whole bunch of people and characters and whatnot. And then like the thing that got me though that I really was looking forward to, like at the end of like each chapter, they would do like how the games would do with episode previews, and basically just have like a whole bunch of like cameos by and Edna basically did those, and they were just like parodies of like other things or what was happening, and it was that's all I gotta say. The manga was just funny, and I was like, I hope the games look that same way. So I found out the hard way the game was not the exact same thing. So yeah, humor's still there because they Axel ended up calling like Adele a tribesman, and I was like, I didn't. The manga explained what a tribesman was compared to the game, because Adele just got like upset when he called him that in the game. And yeah, it was the small details, you know, that really made the manga stand out for me and made me like really want to play the game. And unfortunately, the like I said before, the company who did this went bankrupt here. So after Volume 2, we didn't get any more volumes. Like it continued, it ended Japan. It continued there with the whole. They end up introduced like more of the characters and whatnot, and it was just they talked about Dell's parents in there. They even slight spoiler. They even brought up the whole Xenon thing too. So those are two things I really want to see. But you know, like someone literally scanlated the last volume. Was it the last volume? Yeah, they that was I ended up like seeing like a couple of pictures from there, but and then they made this guy 3 cameo they did Mao and them. They made a cameo like at the end of like volume 4 of this Sky 2 manga. But yeah, overall, like if you enjoyed the first manga, if you even read the first Sky manga, like you're getting more of the same here. And again, like if anything, I would recommend like you for Sky to like play the game because this was my first exposure to like the Sky as a game series at all because of just how much I wanted to actually play it because I saw it at the store, but I just wouldn't play because I was mostly like I don't know how I would play this. I'm scared and I enjoyed it. I've been a fan ever since. So I recommend you pick the game up too. Like it's on PSN, both versions. The original for PlayStation is PlayStation 2 Classic. Dark Hero Days is PSP, the enhanced port. I recommend that if you can get that because of the whole like Axel mode and whatnot, and the other changes like Magic Change and whatnot. And yeah, I'm done here, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for Zero Retrospective, which I'm doing this time. So yeah, kind of sucks. Broccoli books went out of business.